की मजीद जुजियात से आगाह करने के लिए आपकी तवज्जो स्क्रीन की जानिब मकबूल कराना चाहूँगा।
And the translation reads, how many times it happened that a smaller force vanquished a bigger force by the will of Allah. History has proven that the complete nation and its armed forces have always stood together with all their might against any act of aggression. Alhamdulillah, we have the will, capacity and capability to protect our sovereignty and territorial integrity, and we are all well aware of the ways and means to do it. Our forefathers, they have sacrificed immensely, and we have sacrificed a lot for the creation of this country, and we know how to defend it. If this great Pakistani nation and the Pakistani armed forces, if 1.3 million Indian army with all their wherewithal, if they cannot intimidate us and they cannot coerce us, these terrorists can subdue the armed forces of Pakistan.
हम सिर्फ ये कहना चाहते हैं कि ना हम तुम्हारी ताकत, ना तुम्हारी मकारी और तुम्हारी जारियत से मरूब होने वाली कौम है. Now you just wait for our response.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today on 10th May at the time of Fajr, we have given a strong punch to our enemy. Alhamdulillah.
Today is 10th May 2025 and this is a smashing response to a coward enemy and it will inshallah continue.
Go to the next slide. If you remember, the armed forces of Pakistan promised you three things. We told you that we will give a befitting response to Indian aggression. We told you and we told the nation that, however, this response will be at the time, place, and method of our own choosing. And we also told the nation that when we will hit the Indians, the entire world will come to know. And we also told that you will not require the Indian media to report to you the phantom strikes that they said that Pakistan is taking place. Didn't we tell you all these three things? We told you. And we also told you that as these armed forces say, we ardently love to embrace Shahadat far more than you fear death. So, gentlemen, this is how it culminated. Now I will show you another clip which will tell you the story.
Pakistan says the country has launched a retaliatory military operation against India. Operation Bunyan Al Marsoos, which translates to a firm wall of lead, is targeting military facilities in India.
We have seen this pattern of strikes in the morning, then retaliatory strikes at night. It is hard to imagine from this moment where I stand that New Delhi won't want to respond.
Pakistan's army said an eye for an eye. It's saying that the counter-offensive is ongoing and that it's targeting air bases in India from which missiles had been launched.
Just after morning fresh, there were series of loud explosions were heard across Jammu and Kashmir, including Uri, Nagrota, Jammu, Udhampur, as well as the major cities of Srinagar and Jammu.
Pakistan decided to launch a massive retaliation that included fixed-wing aircraft as well as drones and also cyber attacks.
They hit 8 air bases inside of India and Indian-controlled Kashmir. Important distinction, these are India proper as well as in Indian-controlled Kashmir. And those air bases, one of them they say that they've hit a sophisticated air defense system, and another one that they say that they've taken out a missile storage tank.
Pakistan's military says the strikes are in retaliation for what it calls Indian aggression. Islamabad claims it has hit multiple military targets near the line of control.
Pakistan responded with a relentless, a massive barrage of missiles and rockets, they say, Pakistan says, into Indian military facilities, bases inside India, air bases, weapons storage, and along that disputed line of control in Kashmir against military bases there. They say that this, from the Pakistan perspective, their communications, how they were communicating with Secretary Rubio, that really put India on the back foot. It didn't know what had happened. India, according to Pakistan, reached out to Secretary Rubio, reached out to the Saudis, reached out to the Turks, reached out to others to find a diplomatic off-ramp, got engaged after that onslaught in diplomacy, but telling the mediators that they were going to go on a pause on the Indian side.
घबराहट एक तो लोगों की नजर आ रही है क्योंकि तमाम एयरबेस ध्वस्त होते हुए नजर आ रहे हैं, आग के गोले में बदले हुए नजर आ रहे हैं. सबसे ज्यादा जो चर्चा है वो ये कि जब आप अपने एयरबेस को नहीं बचा सकते तो जनता को क्या बचाएंगे.
बड़ी खबर निकल के सामने आ रही है. पठानकोट एयरबेस ते हमला होया है. जी दादी के पठानकोट एयरबेस ते हमला होया. दूसरे पासे जम्मू एयरबेस ते हमला होया.
ये पाकिस्तान की साइड से है, देखिएगा. अब हमें आवाज से ही पता लग जाता है. जो सीटी बजाता हुआ तेजी से आता है और हमारे करीब जोरदार आवाज के साथ फटता है, वो पाकिस्तान की तरफ से फेंका गया, पुंछ पर फेंका गया.
देखिए उन्होंने जो किया है पठानकोट, पठान हमारा आगे जिसको हम कहें एडवांस एयरबेस है, बहुत है. उन्होंने उधमपुर में किया है, ये किया है श्रीनगर के पास में किया है, अवंतीपुर में.
सिरसा को आपने बताया एयरबेस है वहां पर, उसको उसने टारगेट किया है और तो वो ड्रोन्स के साथ साथ अपनी बड़ी मिसाइल भी दाग रहा था.
पूरी तरह से धमाकों की जो आवाजें हैं वो राजौरी, पुंछ के साथ साथ जम्मू के अलग अलग इलाकों में यहाँ पर सुनाई दे रही हैं.
पाकिस्तान बिल्कुल आखिर में ये इस्तेमाल करेगा और पाकिस्तान को शुरू में ही इस्तेमाल कर रहा है.
सिवा और भी बहुत सारे मिसाइलों का जखीरा है और इससे भी ज्यादा कारगर मिसाइल है.
The attacks that have been coming in from the Pakistani forces, we saw how they lit up the entire border area all the way from the north in Kupwara, in Uri, where the ceasefire violations were taking place. Then we saw the drone strikes which were taking place in the Jammu area, all the way down to Bhuj. There were several attacks coming in from the Pakistan side, several drone strikes which were coming in from the Pakistan side.
So again, remember and see that didn't the whole world hear and report? Because that's what we promised. Your armed forces promised and delivered that. Now I would like to draw your attention to the next clip, that how the Indian Ministry of Defense itself reported this.
Carrying out aggressive actions employing multiple threat vectors all along the western border. Pakistan employed UCAV, drones, long-range weapons, loitering munitions and fighter aircrafts to target military infrastructure. Pakistan military also resorted to air intrusions using drones and firing of heavy caliber weapons along the line of control. Air intrusion and several harassment attacks were also attempted from Srinagar till Nalia at more than 26 locations. Damage was sustained to equipment and personnel at Indian Air Force stations at Udhampur, Pathankot, Adhampur and Bhuj. There were also several high-speed missile attacks noticed with heavy damages to other military stations in Kupwara, Baramulla, Poonch, Rajouri and Akhnur sectors continued. Indian Armed Forces reiterate their commitment to non-escalation provided it is reciprocated by the Pakistan military.
भारतीय सशस्त्र बल दोहराते हैं कि वे तनाव वृद्धि नहीं चाहते, बशर्ते पाकिस्तान भी ऐसा ही व्यवहार करे.
So did you find even there from the Indian statements that did Pakistan attack anything other than military targets? No. Did any international media, even Indian media, what are they reporting? Precise targeting of the military installations, posts. We told you that we don't target civilians. Our religion does not allow us. Our culture does not allow us. Our professionalism of these armed forces doesn't allow us. That we will never target civilians. So they are even acknowledging that. And they are also saying that once they received the message, once they got the message, then who asked for non-escalation? Who requested that they want non-escalation, that the things should go down? So it's for all to see.